Hey, welcome back to the second half of our passage to Suwarrow Atoll. Thanks to anyone who watches. Double thanks to those who subscribe and hit the alert bell. And, well, full kisses on the lips to those souls who go ahead and become Patreons. Enjoy!
Good morning. It was a squally night. How you doing, honey? Tired. She's not having it. She's over it. A lot of rain, low winds, which made it even more annoying because the boat flops around so bad, and it's like downpouring on us. And but like even now, we've had a storm pass through about an hour ago, and usually at the end of the storms, you lose all your wind. It sucks it all out. And so for the next hour or two after a storm, you got this going on. Less than desirable sailing conditions, but after our conditions yesterday, I'll deal with it. It's fine. Beautiful sunrise, though. Just hoping that the wind comes back soon, because we've got like 6 knots of wind. We're probably going 2 knots, and it's annoying. I could start the motors and motor, but you know I hate to do that, and it makes it worse on the sails actually, because we're going downwind. So if we have 6 knots of wind and I start motoring and I go 4 knots, we're going to have 2 knots of wind apparent on us. So it makes this condition even worse. So it's like we'll just sit it out and wait for the wind to come back. It's ridiculous though. And it's time for some coffee.
Yeah, so today might be one of those days. Looks a bit squally all around us. So might get the smackdown today. Who knows? Anyways, we've had another epic day. What started off as what I thought was going to be a fairly squally day, we only had about 2.
We had 7 squalls.
No, he's lying.
We were only rained on 3 times.
We had little sprinkles, but most of the squalls actually just skirted us by. And we've had the spinnaker up and down 2 or 3 times today. But overall, it's been really pleasant. And again, we've averaged 6 knots today for our second day.
Seems to be the sweet spot we're in for this full sail.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty stable winds, pretty stable speeds.
Yeah, we did about 140 miles for the last 24 hours. And spinnaker's back up, and we're going to keep it up for the night.
Well, yeah, until something changes, but right now we are clear as
can be. So far, look at that. Not bad.
Pretty wide open.
Yeah. It's been a really pleasant passage. Haven't really done a whole lot ourselves, but these are the times we get to just do nothing. Minus Warren, who does projects on the way. The man truly just cannot do nothing. It's amazing. I mean, he can, but it's in such small spurts where he can just like chill and relax and totally be present. But it is actually amazing how motivated he is to get a bunch of projects done, which is really, really cool, because obviously the boat wouldn't be in such a condition or a state that it is with all these upgrades and improvements if it wasn't for that. But sometimes I do wish that he could just chill out.
Yes.
That's good. So,
Yeah.
Yep. All
Good
right.
nice.
Good night. We'll see
Good night.
you tomorrow.
morning. It's what should be the last day for us. This whole trip we were supposed to arrive at about noon today, and frustratingly the wind died so bad last night. I mean, it was like up and down. We sailed still, but we were doing like 2 knots, 3 knots in 4, 5, 6 knots of wind. And it's back now. We're moving. We're doing 5, 6 knots, but we're scheduled to get in about 6:30, and I think that's just too late to get into this. It's another atoll. It's a reef, and there's nobody there. There's a pass, so I don't know that we're gonna make it today, and that's so frustrating. More for Erica than for me. She hasn't felt good this whole trip, and she didn't really talk much about this at the beginning of the trip, but even going into the trip, she was pretty sick, actually. You all right?
Okay, go. Like, I don't know. I've had
Something
this
in your chest.
cough, and it just won't go away. So every time I go lie down, like it just keeps coming up. And so
You got fluid in your lungs. Sounds like.
I didn't sleep all that great. I don't know about you.
She was dealing with a bit of a chest cold or something, and so she started out not great. So this is super frustrating for her, a real bummer. She really just is feeling it and wants to just get in and be done with this portion of this leg. So I feel for her. But what are you gonna do? It's like there are clouds everywhere. Above us, it's beautiful, man, beautiful. We're in this circle, we're in this donut. So we'll see how the day plays out. Maybe we'll get a little bit more wind. I don't know. I know what you're gonna say. I forgot to mention this. I know you guys are all thinking, well, why don't you just start the motors and just motor? No, that's not what we do. And also, last night when we were had such low winds, we were still doing like 3 knots in 6 knots of wind. So we only motor at 4.5 knots. So the problem is that since we're going downwind, if I was to start the motors, the little bit of wind that we did have that were helping would have been negated, and so it was either or. As soon as we start the motor and start to move away, we change our apparent wind, we lessen it by a lot, and then all of a sudden we're just motoring, and we would probably be doing, again, 4.5 knots. So it wasn't like, we could motor sail really or double our speed by any means. So just wanted to address that.
Woo! Look at us now. We're flying again.
Yay!
Erica wakes up and the wind comes back like that. What the heck is up with that?
Yeah, but last night when I took over too, the wind just died. So
Yeah, right. There's no pattern to it. But we got plenty of wind and we are moving again. What do we got? Give us an update.
We got about 14 knots, but we're seeing about a little bit more than that. It was like 18,
14 to
19.
18, okay.
We've got this system that's actually
We
producing
definitely do
a lot
have
of
a
wind.
system behind us.
So the good news is we've got wind,
Yeah.
and
We're
I'm
going like
a
6 to
little
7.
happier because I was just like, after my watch going to bed last night, I was so disappointed, and I hate doing this to myself, being like, oh, we're gonna arrive tomorrow, mid-morning, just based on like our averages for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it plummets. I don't know what's up with, just to mess with you.
Yeah.
So I had my hopes up for arriving, and then last night they got taken away.
Crushed. Poor girl was crushed.
So Things could change.
Things can change, right? But right now it looks good. We're looking great. Woo! What do you see, hon?
I see trees.
If you didn't hear her, she said, I see trees.
Yeah, I see land.
Land ho, huh?
Yeah, Baba.
All right.
We
We're
did
here.
it.
We did it.
Well, we're not there yet, but we're there.
We're close. How many miles are we?
We're about 5.
5 miles out. Okay. Wow, we did it in daylight. Woo! We don't have to spend another night out here. Ah! Yes. Okay, let her go. It is crazy to think how in the middle of nowhere we are. Like, I've always felt like they were really, all the atolls that we've been to have been really remote, but this one is like off the charts remote. No, completely uninhabited.
I feel like you said that it's about the last one.
I thought about this. I think this is by far the most remote, isolated island we've ever been at. There's 9
think
people
so.
that live here,
Yeah.
and a supply ship comes once a year. Like the
Yeah.
Two Modals was isolated, but
Yeah.
nowhere near to this
Nowhere
one.
near to this.
I know. I did say that about the last one because it was super remote, and this one's even more remote. It's
Yeah.
just crazy to think how in the middle of the Pacific we are.
This may sound stupid, but it doesn't look any different from French Polynesia.
Now,
Which
what do
is
you
good.
say you've had to cook, so it's going to be a little bit more cooked?
Cookier?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
It's at some point we really are going to be done with these like ringed atolls,
yeah.
and we'll be on the
Yeah.
actual islands at some point.
It's
Not today though.
it's made the transition or the ease out of French Polynesia pretty nice, honestly, because I really love the Tuamotus. I love the atoll life.
Oh, like
They're just so beautiful and remote, and it still to this day just blows my mind that we're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and then all of a sudden you enter inside this lagoon, and it can be flat calm.
a couple miles back, it was 9,000 feet deep. So
Yeah,
it is
that
really
is
just
really wild.
like it's just a thumb that sticks up from the seabed.
Yeah, beautiful. The colors are always so stunning,
Yeah.
so beautiful. Here come the welcoming committee.
Oh yeah.
Hello, babes. It's a nice wide pass here, so I guess the effects of the current are not going to be nearly as strong as the ones that we have experienced in the past, especially more recently. Those last few passes that we have done, oh my god, yeah, I'm pretty done with those. But this one is very doable. No problem. And we have a bit of a current here, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be doing much to us right now. Are you feeling much on the current? No, not really? Okay. Oh, I can start to see the bottom now. I can see the bottom now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going 3 knots GPS speed, so we've we've probably got about 3 knot current going out
Yeah.
that's fighting us. Because normally we would be going in about 6 knots
Oh,
with
yeah.
both motors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
Be swimming there a little bit later.
Yeah. It's so funny. I think we've been to a dozen islands like this, and it's just so stunningly beautiful still,
Every time.
every time. Which is great.
Love it.
I'm not sick of them. I'm not over this view.
I want to come swimming here. This looks amazing. I can't wait to explore this.
Yeah. These gonna be pretty.
Those fingers in there, can you see that?
Yeah. I heard there's some really good snorkeling and
Yeah.
maybe even possibly a manta cleaning station
Oh,
in
really?
here. Mhm.
Wow.
That's on the list of things to do while we're here.
Sweet. We're here and it is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. We'll never get sick of this view.
No, never.
So, right there would be really perfect. Eee! All right, we made it. We dropped the hook. It's official. I am so glad we made it today and we didn't have to wait outside the pass a whole nother night to get in for daylight. So we are here. We've made it to Suwarrow. Woohoo!
See our friends.
Let's go see our friends. It's been 4 days.
We had meant to just jump in and check the anchor, but some things in life, it seems like, are really only there for you to get pulled away from, like reading the paper or checking the anchor. And we are always okay with getting distracted by a beautiful spotted eagle ray.
That felt amazing.
It's good to get in the water.
And we have officially made it. We've
Yes.
landed.
We did it. We did it in 4 days.
Yeah.
And we initially anticipated maybe 5 or 6 days, I think, for this
Yeah.
whole passage with lighter winds on the end.
Yeah, we averaged 6 knots the whole time, which for us is really good, especially in really light winds like we had. And we made it 4 days.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
We're
Well done.
here. Now we're gonna actually
Chill.
relax and chill, which is
We haven't had enough chilling in our life, so
no, it's different. I think
is a
when we're
lot
underway, we have like a little being on element,
yeah.
and so now we see the anchor, we're set, we have a good holding, and we want to just have a full night's rest. And
Yeah, it's a totally different kind of like rest when
Yeah.
you can completely disconnect and just chill. I think we'll probably
yeah,
just throw on the Starlink, watch a movie or two,
eat some
eat some
meal.
good. Yeah, we've been eating really good.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been eating really
we just
good.
don't have the same sort of appetite
No.
we would underway, but like
That's true,
I did
even
a
for
really
me.
good job this time, I think.
Oh, you did a great job.
Getting
We had
prepared
constant food ready whenever we wanted it.
when we wanted it.
Now we'll just have like a full meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, at actually dinner time, because we eat whenever we feel like it.
Right.
Sometimes it's not at all. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Netflix and chill. All right.
Good.
You look pretty happy there.
I feel fucking incredible right now. I feel so good.
Yeah.
I got about a half of my drink in, and the sun is on our backs, and like the boat is stable.
And this view is.
The view is amazing. The beach here, it looks so freaking cool. I can't wait to explore it a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah.
It looks like the most remote, deserted island beach. You know, like I can completely imagine somebody being, you know, shipwrecked here and then like not even caring because it's so beautiful, and there's like vines growing on the trees and palm trees hanging out over the beach. Like it is super idyllic, like, you know, pretty normal South Pacific island.
Yeah, sure. But you look really cozy and comfortable after a passage. Like,
yeah,
probably one of the best feelings, you know?
It is, man. Just for the boat to just stop moving, the noise. I don't think it's easy to like. It's almost like being in a little bit of like an avalanche for like days on end. It's that kind of noise. Like
You've been
it's
in
either
an
the wind.
before?
I've heard them.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
been in one, thank
Okay,
God.
yeah.
But I've been around them, and it's very loud, right? And the noise that the ocean makes and the boat makes as it goes through the water and the waves breaking, and it's like the wind, it's very loud, and the boat is always moving. So when it does this, and there's just a little bit of breeze blowing through our hair. Oh.
Yeah, it's always such a good feeling when anchor's down after
Oh.
a passage. And we had a good passage.
Especially when it's this beautiful. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great passage, man. Really, really good solid winds.
Yeah.
Very little storms. Zero. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say no lightning, even though there were storms.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is a pretty high active area right now, and the Cape was awfully high, the outlook for the Cape, which if you guys don't know, Cape is like the atmospheric energy basically, and it means if there's high Cape, it's a high potential for a lot of thunderstorms and lightning.
Yeah.
We had high Cape and we had no lightning,
so that's good.
no, so it's good.
Well,
so
then, you did
and you're
good.
happy?
I'm happy.
You feel good? You got a hot shower?
I got a hot shower.
You look great.
I got a hot shower.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thanks, honey. It feels really good. I think that was a really good passage for us. Like, again, like for me, I didn't really do much. I just kind of laid around, relaxed, honestly, and it was a fairly easy passage for the most part. Like the conditions were really nice. We did it faster than we expected, which I really enjoy. But we made it. It's definitely a feeling that I love so much after a few days out at sea, and we get to drop the hook and just sit here and take it in, and it's calm, and enjoy a drink, enjoy a nice full night's sleep together
in a bed.
in a bed. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can actually see a shark fin
Oh
in
yeah.
the shallows right now. Do you see
Oh,
it?
Wow, so sweet. That was beautiful.
Yeah, so it feels good. Got our passage drink. Cheers.
Cut.
Hey, from both Erica and me, thank you all for watching. Hope you liked this week's episode, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Cheers.
I just want to put a sail up and just
Go.
let her ride.
Yeah. It's hard to follow that bird on a moving boat smoothly.
You do have an obsession.
Oh my God, here he is again.
Hey babe, I think it's about time you retire those shorts. Let me see.
Oh, a little hole? Oh God, that's big.
Yeah. And on that note too,
Yeah.
I think we gotta change our flag.
What flag?
Yeah, right?
It's quite the look there, honey. You kind of look like a bank robber. Can you see anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
You gonna get some shut-eye?
Trying to.
Okay. I'll leave you alone.